Okay.
We'll do it live! It's a meme.
Ow. Okay.
Strong start.
I should probably turn the music down so it doesn't hit the microphone. It's just a game, mostly.
Oh, that's right.
She did.
Oh yeah, it's a Bill O'Reilly meme.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. There it is. Okay. There's no words there. What is? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean?
Oh god.
Oh, and that is a. That's tomorrow, and that is. We'll do it live. Do it live.
I don't know which one to pick.
Thing sucks.
The newest one.
That's the autosave, but this one looks like it was sooner.
Oops, I bumped the thingy. Yeah, so pick the one that's more recent. Oh god.
There you go. Oh.
Oh, Alexa says we have notifications. I really,
Wow.
I really, oh god, who's watching this?
I don't know.
One watching.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hold on. Do you agree as well, Bruce?
Oh, jeez. Hold on. There's still one problem.
Oh, what's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
Titties! Oh.
I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry. I thought.
Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Briss. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club.
Well, that sucks for you.
We need 4.
You better find a fourth.
And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been one day.
And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really?
Just kidding!
Do you really mean that, Briss?
Yeah, it could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Like always.
Briss, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
You have a dick? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Briss, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Can I really impress the star class Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
No.
I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set.
I was thinking like tea set, like at Michelin.
Oh yeah, that went through my head. It's too. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. So would it be like Yuri in Japan?
Yuri.
Yuri?
Yuri.
Yuri?
Yuri.
So you don't have an R. It's Yuri. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
I know that says circumcision.
Just gonna do the best with my circumcision, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's poem writing time! You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
It's code for jacking off.
No.
Yes.
A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time.
I hate it here.
Just makes me think of the ending.
The ending.
Like the ending.
I mean, all I think of is Sayori.
And what happens after that?
It's just a cycle.
And then
I don't know.
Monica deletes
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Sayori is Monica.
And then after that, Monica deletes like the whole game.
I mean, yeah.
The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time.
Oh, I thought, but Sayori killed herself just in time. It works both ways. That's why I'm saying it this way.
Anyway, you can start.
Me written.
I kind of feel like since we went Natsuki the whole time last time, we should go Yuri.
I mean, probably. I just picked a word.
So I'm gonna go Yuri stuff. She's super easy to figure out too.
I really love how this whole thing is about you loving, like, falling for Monica when Monica's not even an option to please in the poem screen.
Spoilers?
Spoilers?
Yeah.
I mean, we've already gotten to the point where it's like, okay, Monica wants you.
No, we haven't. That wasn't revealed yet.
It's pretty obvious.
No, it's not. Not yet. It's obvious because you know it. I didn't figure it out my first time until like day 3.
I mean, when he's like, oh, how am I gonna impress Monica?
Yeah, because she was the first one that came up. We hadn't met the other two yet.
Yes, dear. Whatever you say.
If we didn't pick Ribbon, we would have got you.
Alright, it's been fun, guys. I'm done. Hi again, Briss. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha, I'm posing so innocently.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Well,
I'm fine. Thanks for keeping your promise, Briss.
I don't remember that happening before.
I mean, I think it's a special thing. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Why are you looking at me like that? That's as if that's a nod to Monica being the thing. No.
Go. If you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Oh.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Angry face.
Are the other two like super close up?
Yeah.
It's really.
Well, actually, I think that's just normal.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Either she's really small or they're very close.
I feel like Yuri's really big, but Natsuki's small anyway, so it's hard for me to tell. And then Monica's just so
They're getting
concerning.
closer. The other two are. If you follow like Yuri's hairline.
Let's just see where this goes.
Oh, I am returning.
Oh yeah, everything's tilted.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Oh god.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Oh, Yuri, you're so close.
Your chest is in my chest. I'm sorry, Briss.
Oh, you're sideways.
I feel a tad nauseous. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Vomit. Anyway.
I wonder how close it gets. Like if I were to just leave it.
Just leave it here and come back an hour later and then it's just tits.
Yes!
This is what I wanted! Now that you're in the club and all. Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a boob to read. Book to read. Someone help me.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait.
Oh man, you're almost sideways.
You didn't mean it like that. Ooh. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure?
Oh, you're just getting so big.
I just felt like my eyes are up here. I'm the vice president and all.
She's like covering them up and everything.
Don't look at my titties. That I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a gun.
I was suddenly thinking of the way Dan voices her. And she's like, I didn't want you to feel left out.
With the really deep voice.
Yeah. I said it. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so to keep your attention even if you don't usually read.
I don't think we're getting any closer. No, we're not moving
because, you know, make out a little.
I don't know if I just missed something.
Maybe touch penises. Miss what?
I just saw like a little light flicker in that closet. I don't know if I just blinked or if I actually saw something.
Oh, I didn't notice anything. Discuss it, if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely keep this. Enthusiastically take the book.
What a simp. You would never. I'm your wife, and I could be like, I think you'd like this book. And you'd be like, I don't read. Phew! Yeah, I could voice act, 100%. It's the best phew you've ever heard. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Because you're slow and stupid. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Oh, now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled
Now
activities.
that everyone is on flat
Yeah.
ground.
That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me staring at her boobs. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second.
She's all looking at my boobs.
But that only makes her hide her boobs deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I'm making her uncomfortable.
I realize people only hear me grunt and don't see me pretending to shove my chest into a book. Oh. It's fine.
Oh god, her eye.
Ah!
It's getting further and further out.
You know what? Now she looks like me.
Oh no, it's still moving.
She's fine.
Oh god.
It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have my eyes drifting apart like this.
Oh god, it's like almost on her
I'm
face.
spacing out too, I'm sorry.
I've never seen this.
But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
Where is it going? Oh god, it's off her face.
It's fine.
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it.
Oh.
It does that sometimes, don't worry about it. Not for any particular reason. Does
The instant transmission. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Because my other eye keeps going over here.
I need one book for this eye and one book for the other. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I have drifting eyeballs.
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me. But I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
It's about two people who drift apart like my eyeballs.
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov.
That's the name of the disease that I have.
There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Markov.
Oh, never mind. That's just Yuri's eye.
It fell off her face. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison.
Just like that Peripheries ED, kind
Oh
of.
my god.
Without the experiment.
And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. That's not beyond me, though. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean.
Not your dick.
Not cutting body parts off of people. Not another thing about the list.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Eye of Markov sounded like it was going to be a nice story.
Yeah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Briss?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
I jack off to them every once in a while.
I love missing limbs and...
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of thing, it's the words, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway.
Yikes.
Then suddenly, I'm rambling. aren't
I did not hit X. It just skipped.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well,
Hold on.
I guess it's all right then.
This music is delightful. But it feels like I should let you know that I have this problem.
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, oh God, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
It just skipped that again, too.
I was totally prepared to go.
It was like my whole body gets and then just broken.
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes!
That was really creepy. Did you see her face?
Yeah, for a split second.
Oh, it was like all weird.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that had been put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I stay here, right? I skip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I have an erection.
My penis is really hard right now.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I seem to understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad feeling, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your...
What? You apologize, don't you? I don't remember a lot of this stuff happening.
I do. Yeah, I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Why you have to laugh like that?
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's,
Oh,
then
God,
hold my book between the
Oh my...
two of them.
I thought you were going to say something about your dick.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me.
I can see the huge erection.
It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready
Eh?
to turn the page?
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'd be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right?
It's more your boobs are in the way.
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer to stare. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. He's got a vocabulary for someone that doesn't read. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Those crazy eyes.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
Shut the fuck up. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. I didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Probably the limbs. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom.
I'm gonna throw up!
What on earth was that about?
Briss? Did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't really say that I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her.
I think she's pooping.
She's taking a stress poop. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up.
Listen, if you've ever had to take an anxious poop, you know it ain't waiting for nobody.
I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first?
Let's get Monica's Janice out of the way. I don't know why I said one, not the other.
I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Sorry, Jesus is messaging us.
Hi, Briss. Having a good time so far?
No. Yeah.
Get me out of this hellscape. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. One second. I'm gonna mess with the microphone. Yeah. I made it purple.
You did that just to change the color. Okay, well.
And then I can be like, boom.
Wow. More purple lights that nobody else can see.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm gonna make you like. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Briss. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But is that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Briss.
You lie!
It's shit. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it.
Oh, this is so bad.
Oh, he's stupid. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Just... she's broken.
I broke her.
But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Relatable. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, you just shut your mouth. That's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. What? The room begins to crinkle. That was my face. Closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
I have no idea. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Murder. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You didn't have a choice.
Who next?
Natsuki. You need some time. Briss, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
Okay. What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
Wow. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort.
I roleplay on Twitter.
We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry.
Yeah, you better be. I'll kill you.
Not if I kill me first. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Yikes. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. That's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
I don't believe you. What? Just be honest.
I am.
No, you're not.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and so people are going to take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid, whatever the message is supposed to be.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Like my dick.
Like my dad's fist in my face. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like foreplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next?
Sayori.
Oh.
I'm sad. Da, da, da.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
This poem is just 3 dots. Exceptional.
It's just random words. What? Because that's like how you write the poem. It's just random words.
It looks like it's just random. And there's the word titties in the corner that's been scratched out.
Eh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's...
Other than when your eye was going somewhere, but...
Going somewhere. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Eye drips off in his
He's
face.
lying.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry?
It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. I don't think I've heard this song. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Just middle fingers. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
What? But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I was listening to the music.
What music?
I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
Was it too short?
No, that's my dick.
I like short things. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chris.
You literally called him a ghost. Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
It'd be funny if that was like the conversation they had with the raccoon one. It's like, so you really like raccoons?
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. I was thinking Casper. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Briss.
Me too.
You're gonna die.
I'm gonna do the best for me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
My tiny dick.
My small views. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all.
Stand up to theirs, huh?
I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
Did you just say?
Did you just say to me? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Briss did too.
Hey, don't lie. I never said that.
You did. You were lying, but you said it. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Briss liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Yeah, it was about ghosts.
I was looking at your tits.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh no!
I hope
Oh?
you're ready for some speed reading, because this is where it gets into.
Let me crack my knuckles like it'll do something.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh?
You vibing.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Briss appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh.
I'll kill you.
I'ma cut a bitch. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger. As soon as Briss started showing up, this is your fault.
That's why I keep looking at her boobs.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Oh.
Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch!
Oh.
I can say it. Edgy? Can I read, please?
I want to see how high pitched this gets. Oh god.
Sorry that my lifestyle, oh god. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Briss hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there.
Briss, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Yuri.
Yuri. Yuri. Yuri? Natsuki. Oh, Yuri. Yuri? Yuri. Oh god, we're getting super close. Yuri, what is happening? Oh.
Ah,
Hi. Yes, hi.
What are you doing? Hello? Briss. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that.
Panic save.
They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more aggressive. Assertive, not aggressive. I'm already aggressive. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right?
Unless I kill them.
I just like stepping on people. Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
Tears.
She quickly runs away. I wonder what Yuri said to make her cry, because it was like the entire time they were in there, she was the one seeing all the really bad stuff, you know.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
Yuri probably like cut her or something.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
Her eye is like, oh my god. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Briss, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. I'll rewrite the script. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Briss. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I
do a perfect poem for Yuri, so we can get that trophy.
Empty kitty.
No!
Can't blame it on me this time.
I should have known Natsuki had loud. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting again. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. It's Yuri's titties.
Welcome back, Briss.
Oh no. No.
One singular titty.
Hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if Yuri's but the weight of yesterday's chorus still hangs in the air a little bit.
She's like her lone titty.
Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize.
Isn't this where Monica is? No, she's at a desk. Or not Monica, Natsuki.
Natsuki. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. I've only known you for 2 days. And now you're apologizing. I know you really did. Yeah, whatever.
Well, you get it. Chris, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy.
Now my penis is hard.
I'm getting an erection. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? I just... Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either?
Yuri's clearly taken aback about how calm Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Thanks.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
I'll fight you.
Let's go. Right now.
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not.
Caught her out.
What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall.
So I had to change my tampon.
What? To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Wink!
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Briss. Screw those other girls.
She yeeted him out the window. Monica smiles sweetly.
You're screwing.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off to the closet.
Briss, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, the one down the street?
Yeah, with the poles.
I planned on it anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
Look how happy she is.
I think that's like the biggest she ever smiles. I don't remember her ever smiling like that. Like you could see her teeth and all.
Tooth. It's one solid tooth.
Just like a rabbit.
Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
I'm having a heart attack.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of her book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and
Methodical.
Methodical.
Method. We're on. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in her hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
Yeah,
I'm used to
it's
it.
totally like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. I think I've been stood up. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. It was a pretty big pitcher, but is something holding her up? I'm bored, so just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking air through their teeth.
Sucking teeth! Like a first kiss.
Are they in pain? We reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri?
Hold on. Okay. Did you hurt yourself?
Oh.
Oh, we're rewinding. I'm back.
Yay.
Thanks for waiting patiently. Briss, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah, just don't get your blood in it.
Oh, God.
Anything is fine.
Here,
Except for blood.
Oh, well, never mind. Too late for that.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle for 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot. Short and stout.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Here is my handle. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
Aw, how sweet. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Briss. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know how I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
I'm suddenly aroused. I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Yeah? Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Gigantic tits, right?
large chest.
Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes!
Yeah, my big tits.
I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. Ah, now they're all melted. I take it since it will go well with the tea.
They taste like swass.
Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we resume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her gigantic tits. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little.
All the blood rushes back to my brain.
I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate paper.
Paper! Wrapper.
Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. We really need to get a duster in this room. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
I'm sorry, I have dandruff.
Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips around her, or over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Briss?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't... Briss.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. My teacup.
Briss.
Oh,
My heart.
oh, it's dark.
My heart won't stop pounding, Briss.
Oh,
I can't calm down.
oh God.
I can't focus on anything
Oh, her
anymore.
expression right now. Oh, I don't like that. She's really pale.
Can you feel it, Briss?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand to her gigantic tit.
Why is this happening to me?
It's kind of a slow heartbeat.
But it's heavy.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop.
Oh, those eyes.
It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Hello, with these eyes. Look into my eyes.
Hold on. I gotta.
Hold on.
Who turned the light on?
It's time to share poems.
Oh God. Who should I show my poem to first?
I made the decisions last time. Broski.
Go in order.
3 dots. Yeah, just as I thought.
Hmm?
Briss, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic.
You're pathetic.
Why are you even in this club, Briss?
Obviously to impress Harry.
Honestly. I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now.
You were in a great mood earlier.
Please go away.
Okay, well, there goes that. Yuri!
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Briss, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give him more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak.
Arms heavy.
Spaghetti.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Briss. Everything that you write is a treasure to me.
She's so happy.
Oh, my heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Briss?
We're in a literature club.
I'm not being weird, right?
Go write a poem.
I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem, too. Okay?
A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, exploding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. What? A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It sounds like a trailer for like a horror movie or something. The music's gone again.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what it's about.
I don't think it's about anything.
My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen.
What?
That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
Cool. Who should I show my poem to next?
Briss, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Save me, the colors they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. And endless. Cacophony? Cacophony? What is cacophony?
Cacophony is like, just like, when I think of the word, I just think like big noise or like
Boom.
crazy.
Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent. Grating.
Waveforms.
Squeaking. Screeching. Piercing. Sine. Cosine. Tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her.
Sorry.
That just gave me chills.
I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yeah.
We didn't even say goodbye to each other.
Oh my god, just say yes.
This game, no matter how many times I've seen it, it still gives me chills at certain points. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I didn't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento for the occasion below.
Totally normal. Novel game. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Well, that's weird. It did it before the end of the day. Okay.
We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Briss joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Well, don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else.
Here he's over there
About that. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Briss?
Right?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Briss to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind?
I did.
Don't listen to him. Yuri never even talked until Briss joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Briss isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're present and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Woo?
Monica.
Monica.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Briss want to get more members too. Right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent.
I don't give a shit.
If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation.
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she?
Sure.
This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did?
That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything.
Briss, why did you even join this club?
Because it's full of incredibly cute girls.
What were you hoping to get out of it?
Incredibly cute girls. Well, that's not really something I can emphasize.
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk.
What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Briss. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki.
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same questions as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think that's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Ignore the blood dripping from my eye socket. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Alright, well maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri? Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Briss? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Briss before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president.
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom.
Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Briss, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy.
Oh.
I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president.
Oh no.
And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. Wait, not yet. No, stop it!
Well,
Poem time!
going for it. Crimson. I'm only picking the fancy words. Infallible. Disarray. Marshmallow. Misery. Tenacious. Vivid. What? No! Monica, no!
Ah, the saboteur!
You killed me!
You bitch!
No! Monica!
Suicide!
Well, there goes my perfect.
Cheeks! Oh god. This is fine. This is normal. Giggle!
Oh, she jumped.
Oh yeah, they're still moving. They're fine. The girls are fine.
Oh.
They've just got a headache.
They're not jumping at all when it like makes a staticky noise. I forgot about that. Oh, Sayori!
Oh no!
In the background.
Why do you have to point things out to me? Hi, Briss.
Hi.
I put up that painting in the background. Don't you like it?
This is the painting club now.
This is the painting club now. I had a vision. Are you ready to continue reading?
No.
I brought my best tea today.
Uh,
Monica!
oh God.
I
you're not
told
bad.
you not to... Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Monkey.
Inconsiderate douchebag.
Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing? Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh, man.
Oh man.
I'm the last one to hear again.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Oh, man. Well, Briss just walked in, too. Were you practicing piano again?
I'm pretty sure you came in after me.
Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday, and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something that didn't get skipped. Also, if you help us out with the festival, I have to think of something. Then I'll buy you a new manga. Ah! Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. but more importantly,
Yeah, another
I-
girl.
shut the f up. I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know, so I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyways, Briss, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today.
Do we?
Is that so, Yuri?
I didn't know that either.
That's correct. Briss is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Are you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes!
Well.
Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. I think we could probably stop here. It's almost 10. So we'll continue this later.
Even though it's a repeat. Kind of.